John, on Saturday you said that you're taking one step forward, two steps back at the moment. But those steps forward that you've had recently have been really good. The Wimbledon win and the Wrexham win, they're the standards that you have to sort of reach, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult. You know, it's a difficult league. We have got a predominantly young side, and the thing what you get with young squads of players is you get a bit of inconsistency because they're not used to racking up games. Thanks, Tom. So they're not used to racking up games, so that is going to be the case, and we've just got to work on being a little bit better. You know, there's areas that will show the lads where we can pass the ball when we go long a bit too quickly, and I think possibly having Josh as a presence there, sort of you go there when really it's not the right ball. You know, that should be more of a last resort than a first resort, and sometimes on Saturday we were using that as our first resort, and you know, Josh is still getting back from illness as well, so if you watch the game again, which I have, there's not a lot in the game, and so we've just got to make the clinical moments count for us and keep it up the other end.
What's your thinking with Josh? Obviously, Josh is back. You played him with Adedoyin. Is there a partnership there to be developed?
I think they could be. You know, you're seeing flashes of it on Saturday, just not enough of it. And I think in order to get the best out of them, I think we're better off playing through the lines and playing to the feet. Because Cody is much better when he gets the ball at his feet. He's strong. He's got good ability. He can turn. He can twist. He can get shots off. So yeah, we've got to alter the way we play if we're gonna develop that system playing the two of them. There's no guarantee that we will do that, but it gives us another option. And I think every football fan likes to see two forwards. The problem that you got with everyone wants to play two forwards, but that's what's dropped into everyone's lap at the moment. The managerial conundrum is everyone wants to play two up front, but everyone wants to play three in midfield. No, something has to give there, you know what I mean? So you're either forced to play three at the back, or you know, you can't have it everywhere. You can't play 12 players. So I think Cody's understanding the game more now, knowing when to drop in and try and take the deep line midfielder. So we're still exploring our options with the players that we've got, and these players are still learning the game. So you know, we've just got to keep at it, and hopefully a bounce of the ball will go in your way when games transpire like it did on Saturday. I don't think Tuesday's game will be like that. Swindon in a different play, a totally different style on Bradford, and we've got to try and impose our style on it quicker than what we did on Saturday and for longer periods. And I think unfortunately we lost the game on Saturday because for 20 minutes theirs became the dominant style, theirs became the effective style, and that helps when you get quite a few free kicks and the ball is continually in your final third. That's when you've got to stand up and be strong. For the most part we were, but we fell foul for the goal.
How much of your team selection process is geared to the opposition and the way they line up, or do you look at your strengths first?
We look at our strengths first. You know, we're mindful of what the opposition can do, but we're looking at how to win the game, not how to not lose the game. And I think once you start going into that territory of not losing the game, you put yourself behind an eight ball. So we'll carry on playing the way we do, or trying to play the way we do, trying to prepare the way we do, and trying to get our players just playing a little bit better, with a little bit more intensity and a little bit more oomph. And I just think we lack that little bit of oomph, and you can't put your finger on that. Why? You know, we had it Saturday before against Wrexham. We didn't Saturday. So that's not guaranteed that that's the way we're going to finish. Our season's ended now and we're just going to slump. No, we'll get back on it. We're confident, we're positive. We know we've got good players, and we know when we play, we're a handful for anybody.
Yeah. Do you feel satisfied with the position you're in, given you were relegated in the summer, and sometimes for clubs it continues to have a downward spiral, but you've not had that, have you?
I think you're never satisfied with the position that you're in. If you are, unless you're top, you're very, very open to be criticised, but you're not giving yourself any leeway to grow and to improve. So we'll never be satisfied with where we are. With the changes that we had to do, and obviously the budget that we've got compared to other teams, I think it's acceptable where we are now, but that's at best acceptable. I want to be a lot higher.
Just in terms of the budget, have you had any conversation with Andy Holt or anyone else about January and what that brings, given it's only 5-6 weeks away?
Not yet, no.
The injury situation, what was the latest there with the players that have been out?
Slowly getting back. Joe Pritchard hopefully will be maybe a week away. Toby and Liam Isherwood are doing light training at the moment. Coley is feeling his way back, and obviously Sean's got far more important things to think of than the injury that he's got, which is slowly progressing. Just had a minor setback last week, but hopefully he can be better. But obviously Sean's got a lot more on his plate.
Yeah. How is he?
Well, the thing about Accrington Stanley is we like to think of ourselves as a big family. So when you suffer a loss like that, everybody hurts and everyone feels for Sean. And he'll be given the time that he needs, and however long that takes, that time will be there for him.
Yeah. Swindon obviously beat Mansfield, which took a lot of people by surprise. The classic coupon buster. So what are you expecting from them?
I've watched them play. They're a good side. Like, there's plenty of good sides in this league. Are they consistently good? Well, the league table doesn't suggest that. But you don't play in front of a league table. You play in front of a crowd. On any given day, any team can be good in this league, I think. And you've got to try and get that consistency, which is difficult when you've got a young squad. But you've got to try and get more and more playing the way you want to play, impose the way you want to play. So we know the capabilities of Swindon, as they proved on Saturday, and we've got to be wary of that. But we've also got to be wary of making ourselves a threat to them, and not just worry or overly worry about them.
Jake Young is the top scorer in the division this season. What do you know about him?
Yeah, lively player who could score goals. We know that. And if you get fixated on stopping one play, you put yourself very much in trouble, I think, anyway. So we could have easily got fixated last time we played at home on Paul Mull because of the finishing ability he's got. But you have to deal with them as a team. And he is one facet of that who was doing well this season. And, he's proved quite prolific this season. But there's plenty more players that we've got to stop apart from him. Just
finally, given what happened last year, how do you assess the home form this year with 6 wins under your belt already in the league here?
The home form's improved from last year. It had to be honest. But I think the time for assessment is at the end of the season, certainly not the end of November.